I finally got around to building the LEGO Super Mario and Standard Kart set, and given almost 18 plus releases the theme thus are usually featured in my best LEGO sets of the year videos, was my tardiness a mistake? Would these earn a spot amongst the best sets of last year? Let's find out. As shown in the instruction booklet, the Mario Kart games have been out for years now, but the specific standard kart body type references the Wii U iteration, which, as it so happens, is the one I played the most, including the port to the Nintendo Switch 3 years later. So last May, buying this on day one so I could also get the blue shell gift with purchase set was a no-brainer choice for me. The standard kart is probably one of the hardest bodies to replicate in LEGO due to its very curvy nature, but I gotta give it to LEGO, the overall shapes and proportions are all there. The roundness of the lower bumper area was done with some studs not on top techniques, with very clear color separation, as was this entire front section that has lots of crazy angles going on, the overall tilt of the assembly, and these sides going inwards. We can't really miss this huge Mario 6x6 rounded tile that in very good 18 plus Super Mario sets fashion is a print, like all decorations are in this set, but more on those later on. Since we're here, the steering wheel does allow for the car to be steered, which is cool even if the steering angle does not really allow for very easy maneuvers. The tires feature a printed dish as the cap piece, two of different sizes as the tires are also different sizes. Though for accuracy's sake, they should have been placed the other way around, as images of the standard tire show the caps being concave rather than convex shaped. I wasn't expecting this, but the brake and accelerate pedals are also here and can be adjusted, and in my years of playing Mario Kart, I actually never noticed that these side sections had a bit of a slot in the real kart that was also recreated here, and the white and red shape above made not look like anything out of the ordinary, but it was probably the most fun time I had building the model, building techniques wise, as this angled section has some very clever internals, and the red slope placed above it is an upside down assembly that's just resting in place until it's completely locked by the next pieces placed on top for a seamless look. The seat has some angles too, but nothing out of the ordinary in comparison, and the engine in the back looks really clean, with those exhausts going up with yet a few more prints for details. Now, before moving on to Mario, a quick word about the sponsor of this video, Red Magic, with their latest Red Magic 11 Air gaming phone. Yes, I wasn't even aware that's a thing, yet here it is. Transparent gaming design with LED lighting, shoulder triggers for games that require it, and a freaking cooling fan used for peak gaming performance and faster charging times. You can max out game settings with no setback, and the 7000 mAh battery has had impressive durability so far, which is crazy considering the size of this screen at 6.85 inches. As an example, I clocked in about 6 to 7 hours of gameplay over the weekend, and I still have battery to spare. The camera quality is very surprising too, and due to its dedicated gaming hardware, basic tasks like watching your favorite content creator on YouTube are a walk in the park. If you're curious about the Red Magic 11 Air, be sure to check the links below. Thank you Red Magic for sponsoring this video, and now back to Mario. After Bowser and the Piranha Plant, seeing more brick-built characters like Mario was eventually gonna happen, and it didn't disappoint, for the most part. Mario looks really good sitting on the kart, as it was specifically designed with that purpose in mind. The legs stretch enough to reach the pedals, and the arms just the same, so the hands can grab the steering wheel, though if you want to take them out and do a similar pose to the one on the box with closed thumb, you can, as there is some degree of movement on the arms, and these details on the knuckles a print too. His iconic blue overalls are the coolest thing ever, but most of the detail and complex building techniques are all in the head, including some brand new elements like the moustache plate or the nose brake. I'm really curious to see if LEGO designers will ever manage to use these outside of this scenario. The eyes are printed tiles, the mouth and earpieces too, topped off by Mario's head with this M logo, also a print. In total, the set has 15 of them printed pieces, the kind of treatment 18 plus should all deserve, that only Mario has managed to fulfill within LEGO though. Now, despite all of that detail in decorations, most of the shape was done with the good old bricks, and my god, is this thing impressive. If you start building some layers, you can see how crazy the build goes, and although there's some gaps in some areas, the end result looks really good if you ask me. My one complaint about Mario is that I would have loved for the ability to have him outside the cart as a standalone standing Lego figure, as the way he was built only allows for the sitting position. A 2-in-1 option of instructions to have him standing would have been amazing, and I'm sure that would not require a whole lot of extra pieces to manage, so there's that. I'm also not crazy about the gaps of the cart where these round shapes were done, and I'm sure a solution where some of these bigger arch pieces were used instead could have worked for a slightly better looking cart. At the end of the day, I still think this looks really good overall, even better if you display the cart at an angle of your choosing with the included stand that does allow for some interesting ways to have this around the house. On release day, I paid €170 for it, which gave me the blue shell gift with purchase set I have yet to crack open, and probably never will. Considering the piece count of almost 2,000 pieces, the IP license and all of the prints, I have no complaints with it. It is an incredibly fair and good valued LEGO set I would buy again with no issues. And given LEGO's recent teasing of an upcoming Mach 8 cart body with Luigi that seems to align in scale with Mario here, this will probably not be the last we see of large-scale Mario Kart sets. Now, going back to the very beginning of the video, did I make a mistake by not building this earlier in 2025, and would this deserve a spot in the best LEGO sets of 2025 video? Not really. The building techniques were great, but not remotely close to the best 4 picks for that category, and same goes for the best value picks, even though this holds great value nonetheless. It would have deserved honorary mentions on display value and nostalgia, but again, not quite enough to earn a top 4 nomination. The buildable Bowser back in the day was a lot more mind-blowing to me, and don't get me started on the Game Boy, which I won't spoil too much if you haven't watched my best LEGO sets of 2025 video yet. Do you agree? Let me know in the comment section below. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you all on the next one.
Okie dokie, bye-bye!